Huge news in the NFL this weekend, so let's get to it. Cam, you ready for this?
I am.
You got a problem.
Born ready.
Cam Newton, has finally found a new home, reportedly, signing a one-year deal with the New England Patriots. New England was coming into the season with Jarrett Stidham under center, but they just got upgraded with a former MVP who, on paper, makes them a whole lot more dangerous. We know the AFC is pretty stacked with Super Bowl champion Chiefs at the top of the list. So, Acho, I want to know, do you think Cam's Patriots are the real threat to the Chiefs?
Well, you know, I was going to take off my scarf after the open.
Please.
I genuinely was.
Por favor.
But I'm embodying my full Cam Newton.
Oh, my.
And so to answer your question, the Patriots with Cam are absolutely a threat to the Chiefs. But make no mistake about it, the Patriots were a threat to the Chiefs beforehand. I mean, let's think about, let's talk first, before we get into the hot take noise, just talk facts.
Okay.
The Patriots defense was one of the best defenses we have ever seen in the last 10, 20 years. Top 10 in every statistical category.
Yeah.
Top 5 in every major statistical category. When you talk about defense, you talk about limiting points. That's what they do best. But now on the flip side, now you add in a game changer. Now you add in a playmaker. Don't get me excited, man. I'm already on my Cam vibe.
You gonna sweat on your scarf or something?
I might. I'm sweating as it is. So absolutely, Cam Newton, think about how hard he is to prepare for. The job of the quarterback is to get the ball into playmakers' hands. Let me reiterate. The job of the quarterback is to get the ball into playmakers' hands. Peyton Manning, he did that phenomenally well. Tom Brady, when he had playmakers, did that phenomenally well. Best quarterbacks, they don't actually make plays. They get the ball into the playmakers' hands. But a team like a Patriots, they are losing their playmakers. They have lost their playmakers. So if the job of the QB is to get the ball into the hands of the playmakers, what happens when the quarterback is the playmaker?
Let's go.
And Cam Newton, because he is a playmaker, coupled with that Patriots defense, I do think they're a threat not only to the Ravens, not only to the Colts, but to the Chiefs as well.
Taste the soup. Taste the soup. Aha! Something's missing. And that missing is Tom Brady and the Tom Brady effect, which I will get into in detail. But first, I want you to understand one thing, Acho.
Please.
That when you talk about Cam Newton, you are not going to glow over Cam Newton more than me. But for the sake of this television production and this argument, I'm going to champion Tom Brady and the Tom Brady effect. The first mistake you made was you didn't start at the correct place with the proper premise. After playing each other in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago, who won that game?
Go ahead.
Okay, the Patriots, right? Go Patriots, you're better than the Chiefs. Let's fast forward to last year. Did the Patriots play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? Oh, no, they didn't.
They did not, sir.
Did the Chiefs actually not only play in that game, but play in a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl?
They did.
So they progress while the Patriots regress. Let's continue with that, all right? Then they lose to a Tennessee team that couldn't compete against the same Chiefs team when they came out to Arrowhead. Let's continue with that. Now we have a guy who, by the name of Tom Brady, who everyone wants to talk about his birth certificate, but doesn't want to talk about his game playmaker. So let's talk about the Brady effect, not just the intangibles, which are off the chart. You don't get a better enforcer and leader on your roster than Tom Brady. But let's just talk about how he gets the most out of everyone else. As we look at this list right here, we got a Wes Welker. People forget that he was a San Diego Charger. Oops. Miami Dolphin forgot about it. And then comes to New England and voila. You never see a better version of Wes Welker. Randy Moss, who was the man in Minnesota, but less than the man when he went to the Oakland Raiders. We forget that in those three years there, averaged 8 touchdowns and 775 yards. Randy Moss, 700 yards. Comes to New England, doubles that. We're talking about 1,300 plus yards, 18 touchdowns average. I could keep going with lesser names. Amendola, Brandon Cooks, LaFell, Julian Edelman, the 7th-round quarterback. He converts into a guy who he's won 3 rings with. So when you want to talk about a playmaker, let's talk about the deficit, the black hole that exists because there's no Tom Brady.
I hear you.
Drop the mic.
But before we get to some facts, because I'm going to show you something that's going to just disqualify everything you said, I have to first address one thing you tried to talk about. See, what you got to know about Marcellus, he's smart. And if you're not paying attention, he'll just try to outwit you. You talked about the transitive property, right? If A is greater than B and B is greater than C, then A should be greater than C.
8th grade, I'm with you.
That's what you brought.
Yes.
But the transitive property, it doesn't apply to football because the Titans may be better than the Patriots, but that does not necessarily mean that the Chiefs were better than the Titans. Therefore, the Chiefs are better than the Patriots. But furthermore, you talked about the Brady effect. But what about the Cam Newton effect, the Cam Newton healthy effect? Because if Cam Newton is healthy, which I want to show everybody, Cam Newton is a savage. Week 11, 2018, let's take a quick look at the tape. Cam Newton anticipating throws, clean pocket, between two defenders, throws it on time, throws it ahead, boom, just like that. Completion, first down. But just 2 weeks later, week 13, 2018, a lesser healthy Cam Newton, clean pocket, tries to throw it between two defenders. He throws it behind the defenders, and now what would have been a completion again is now an interception. 4-interception game, the most of Cam Newton's career in the last 2 years. I say that to say, Marcellus, if we see a healthy Cam Newton, which you saw there, week 11, 2018, the last time Cam Newton played his best game, a quality game, I had to go back and watch the tape last night. Then it's not going to be really any scare. There's not going to be a reason to worry. The Patriots will be able to contend with the Chiefs. Beat the Chiefs? I don't know. I'm not putting on the pads. I'm not making a guarantee. But can they contend? Absolutely.
Wow. You're single, living through a pandemic, and this is what you do on a Sunday night? You watch film. You watch tape. Boy, this coronavirus killing you right now. All right, here's the thing. I love those points. You actually use some of the points I use in other arguments against me in this argument, so they don't hold water right now because...
So you're saying I'm smart?
You're very smart. You broke that one down. But here's the problem, brother. Let's talk about the offense of the Kansas City Chiefs, which we know is the best offense in the game, correct?
Of course.
Let's talk about the defense that most won't give a lot of credit to. Last year they improved, but how much did they improve? Because they weren't number one like the New England Patriots, but the last 7 weeks, they did only give up 11.5 points per game, to the tune of why they were in the Super Bowl. What got them over the hump wasn't Patrick Mahomes, was the fact that they now had a defense that they could believe in and that could show up. And this is the second year with Spags, so now you get the entire offseason again where it becomes muscle memory. But let's talk a little history here because you're a smart cat.
A history lesson.
History lesson right here. The Pats have only had to go through a top 4 offense twice in their 9 AFC championship appearances. You like to talk about Tom Brady and those rings. And that was the young Peyton Manning, 03, and that was a couple years ago with Patrick Mahomes in 2018 when they really won that game, but D Ford and all that stuff. Right.
That happened.
Okay. But do you know that Belichick beat up on the first time he saw Peyton Manning in the AFC championship game? He beat him and didn't beat him another time when he had that top 4 offense. And it's just a parallel to a young man who got beat, unfortunately, in that playoff game, and that's Patrick Mahomes. But what happened with Peyton Manning after that moment is the same thing that's going to happen with Patrick Mahomes after that moment, and it has happened. He's the new kryptonite for the Patriots. I don't care who you put under center right now. It's not so much about them. It's about who Patrick Mahomes is and the Chiefs.